I was generally aware of the existence of Unknown 9 Awakening and had seen some trailers for it at Bandai's recent events, but I hadn't researched it to death like I do for most upcoming titles. And I figured out it wasn't going to be for me. Nevertheless, I still tried contacting Bandai Namco to snag an early review copy, but I received no answer as a small YouTuber. That's why this review is coming kinda late, but something made me try the game. I'll tell you why in just a minute. In the meanwhile, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button for more content, and let's continue. In Unknown 9, you take on the role of Haroona, a Quaestor who is both aware and actively pursuing the enigmatic Unknown 9. Gifted with the extraordinary ability to traverse and manipulate the fold, a spectral realm, Haroona wields incredible power. She can become invisible, conjure protective shields, and even dive into the souls of others to exert her influence over them. She is also played by Anna Charlotta, also known for her role as Yennefer of Vengerberg in the Netflix Witcher series. Haroona possesses extraordinary abilities that draw the attention of the Ascendants. That's a clandestine organization intent on harnessing the Fold to alter the course of history. The dangerous pursuit results in the abduction of someone dear to Haroona, igniting a personal tragedy that propels her on a mission. Determined to confront her leader of the Ascendants, she vows to will her power to exact revenge on the group that has wronged her. In just 10 minutes of pain, Unknown 9 Awakening, I was thinking, where have I seen this before? Engaging in combat within confined spaces, following a heartfelt narrative of personal development and navigating through narrow gaps and walls felt like a well-trodden path, reminiscent of the classic crevice crawler genre. The game attempts to introduce a few fresh concepts such as mind control abilities that allow you to manipulate your foes. It unfortunately falls short in executing the core mechanics compared to its peers. There are certainly moments of potential in these few elements, but the initial excitement fades quickly, leaving behind a rather generic experience marred by performance issues and other frustrating glitches. While the initial premise may seem quite overused, the world building here is surprisingly well crafted, showcasing the considerable time and effort invested in developing the universe's timeline, lore, and supernatural element. This alternate Earth, reminiscent of a lesser known Tomb Raider game, is filled with mystical secrets and hidden histories that linger just beyond reach. It features a mysterious cycle of extinction, a race of beings who have achieved immortality, and secret societies competing for arcane knowledge. However, despite this intriguing foundation, the narrative itself falters. Harun's story is predictable, populated with cliched and forgettable characters, ultimately becoming entangled with a confusing web of magical terminology and convoluted references detract from any emotional engagement with the plot. It's truly disappointing that as you progress, you encounter more simplistic combat, which is arguably one of the weaker aspects of Awakening. The encounters often feel repetitive, featuring the same few enemy soldiers armed with guns and melee weapons. The combat tends to follow a familiar pattern of dodging light attacks and heavy attacks that you might have experienced in many other games, but it lacks the refinement that you would hope for. Even when I played on the hardest difficult, I found the AI to be quite dumb, allowing me to easily navigate battles by repeatedly using the same attacks and sidestepping their predictable moves. The true highlights of the experience is the power to jump into characters and basically possess them and take control and command of them. That offers players a wide array of strategies during combat. In the beginning of my playthrough, I found myself leaping into individuals and guiding them to my concealed spot for a simple stealth elimination. Further on, I've already tried using different tactics. For example, making one enemy shoot the other or attack it with a blade, and so on. Haruna truly shines when you master her fold abilities, making her feel incredibly powerful. It's always a thrill to outsmart enemies and eliminate them strategically one by one. The active stealth feature was the standout aspect of my experience in Unknown 9, consistently giving me the exhilarating feeling of being both clever and formidable. Overall, Unknown 9 Awakening feels like a routine action adventure game that, even with a solid execution, might not leave a lasting impression. Unfortunately, its execution falls short, making the experience feel quite lackluster. The story is formulaic, and the combat and stealth mechanics lack depth and excitement, failing to meet the expectations set by other games in the genre. Additionally, the game suffers from performance issues and bugs that detract from the overall experience. While there are moments of enjoyment found in its intriguing reality bending powers, particularly the mind control abilities that allow you to manipulate enemies are pretty cool. You can do that in different creative ways. Those moments are few and far apart. Ultimately, the game leaves players with a sense of disappointment rather than adventure. Have you played Unknown 9 Awakening already? Are you going to? Leave your thoughts in the comments, check out the recommended video, and until next time, bye bye.